Hello and welcome to the Functional Medicine Coaching Academy Turkish webcast. I'm Elyse Wagner, co-founder and chief wellness officer for the Functional Medicine Coaching Academy. We at FMCA are strong proponents of the idea that coaches are the future of healthcare, which is why the Functional Medicine Coaching Academy was founded with the Institute for Functional Medicine over 5 years ago. If you're wondering what additional impact or maybe what program would be best for you to continue your learning and how to really decide on if that program is for you, or maybe you're just curious, how can you incorporate coaching into your current profession? You are in the right place. So thank you for taking the time to be with us, whether you're watching live or watching the recording. So in this video today, you're going to be hearing from a panel of 3 Turkish Functional Medicine Coaching Academy graduates. In a world that's seeing a large increase in chronic illness, there's a new model that's catching on, and that is working with a health coach. Doctors are bringing in coaches as well as others in the healthcare arena, and we're seeing growth in corporate wellness and the private sector as well. So health coaches are needed, but why? It's because the model works, and FMCA coaches are trained to work closely with clients around all of the modifiable lifestyle factors that influence health, such as sleep and relaxation, exercise and movement, nutrition, stress, and relationships. So our graduates gain a solid understanding of the foundations of functional medicine and its root cause approach. And they are fully trained to utilize many of the IFM resources, such as the timeline, the matrix, and the food plans. So this background really allows them to understand coaching skills as well as to support the client so that together they can implement the functional medicine treatment plans into their lifestyle. A health coach is really someone who moves beyond the diagnosis, the prescription model, to really co-create and execute a plan with the client, helping to inspire them on a path to better health. Additionally, under the delegation of the treating practitioner, a functional medicine health coach may be able to provide further assistance related to labs and supplements. A functional medicine health coach does not assess, prescribe, diagnose, treat, or interpret labs. Our graduate skills are applicable to all types of practitioners, from nutritionists to naturopaths and integrative doctors. Health coaches are truly the magic ingredient in the area of behavior change. So our course is 12 months long based on a series of learning modules, and the content is uploaded onto an online educational platform called Canvas. So you go through the program with a small cohort or group of fellow students guided by a course facilitator, so someone who's actually gone through the program before. And 3 times a month at a time that you will self-select, you'll meet together on Zoom for a video conference to go over the material that's being covered and practice the coaching concepts that are being taught. So we encourage you to spend some time on our website. For more information, you can also download our information packet. And for details about any kind of continuing education or any other particulars, we encourage you to schedule a call with a member of our admissions team. Our enrollment for our September 2021 class is open. So we'll touch more on that later in the webinar. We welcome students from a variety of backgrounds, not just in healthcare. So without further delay, I want to introduce to you Manaz, who's from the UK and currently lives in Saudi Arabia and was in the July 2016 class. Manaz wears many hats. She's a course facilitator, an admissions team member, and our international relations coordinator. In her role, Manaz supports our international community. I will turn things over to Manaz now. Thank you for joining.
Thank you so much, Elyse. It's a pleasure to welcome 3 of our graduates from Turkey today. As FMCA's International Relations Coordinator, I have that privilege of serving and supporting these forward-thinking, pioneering, and mission-driven international community of students that join FMCA. So we have students from over 60 countries around the world, and these exceptional individuals are creating and driving positive change in health and wellness in their communities. So we're excited to speak to you today, and Emine, I will start with you. Emine Sporel Azakat was in the February 2017 class. She holds a PhD. She has a postgraduate sports nutrition diploma offered by the Medical Commission of the International Olympic Committee, among many other certifications. Emine is the founder of Sporel Beslenme, Sporel Be Well, and Gourmet Atlet. She's a part-time lecturer of nutrigenomics on the Molecular Biology and Genetics Department, Arel University, Istanbul. She provides personalized and corporate wellness and athletic performance coaching, counseling, and education. Emine was the very first functional medicine certified health coach in Turkey. So welcome, Emine. I mean, you were the first one, the first functional medicine certified health coach in Turkey, and you clearly have a tremendous love of learning because you have such a long list of educational achievements. With all of that, what drew you to FMCA?
Thank you, Mahnaz, for the introduction and nice words. Yes, I was really the first one to graduate from Functional Medicine Health Coaching, Functional Medicine Academy. You know, I am from an academic background, and after I decided not to do the academics anymore, you know, research and teaching, I have created a new path for myself, you know, using all my interests and, you know, all the things that I love doing. Now I realize after I finished the FMCA that I actually coached myself into a new business. And while I was, you know, I re-educated myself and became a sports nutritionist, and I was very happily working with athletes. And then I have realized that some of my athletes needed to change their lifestyles. You know, sometimes their sleep, sometimes they were really affected by stress. You know, they had to do something about it. Plus, I also have realized that, you know, I have always been in an expert position. Like when I was teaching in the university, I was the expert teaching the course. And when I was working with the athletes, again, I sort of started, you know, acting like an expert and telling them, do this, do that. I also realized that this doesn't really work. I mean, it may work for a short while, but it doesn't work for a long time. It doesn't become part of their lifestyles. So my first initiative was, how can I do what I do, you know, well, better? And then I was searching for coaching educations, and then I sort of came across with functional medicine health coaching course. And when I looked in the curriculum, all the, you know, biological background, all the information I had, all the sports nutrition, you know, the nutrition information I had, and the curriculum which offered me something that united mind, body, and spirit, like. So I have realized then that if I don't use this coaching approach and use all the things that are inside this course, FMCA, which includes, for example, you can sleep well, you can exercise, you can eat really well, but you're really extremely stressed. That doesn't, you know, provide you with a healthy situation. You have to be able to really address all mind, body, and spirit issues together. And this also works really well. I thought that this is also going to work really well with my athletes. And also, when I looked at the content, it was fantastic. You know, a lot of things that I have not, you know, discovered before. But it was also, for me, the most important thing is that it was scientific, you know, and scientifically proven. And all the things, all the tools that were given had a scientific background. This is what actually drew me to FMCA. Plus, I sort of sense that whatever the subject is, I am going to learn, I'm going to be able to learn it from the best in the world, as they have sort of partnered with IFM, which we already knew a little bit about. So, like sleep issues it's going to be taught to me by somebody who is an expert in the field, and in global expert, not just an expert, you know, of one region. Similarly, functional nutrition, stress management, and all these different techniques that if you don't like one technique, you can approach and use another technique. This is really what attracted me to FMCA, and I'm very happy that I did the course. It brought all the different pieces of the puzzle together for me.
Oh, thank you for sharing that, Emine. And so, what did you receive from the FMCA training that was different from any other education that you'd taken? And you've taken a huge, you know, list of educational trainings. What was different about it, and what would you say to someone in Turkey who's thinking of taking the program?
The first and most is of course, the coaching approach I have already mentioned, and also the functional medicine approach, which really looks at the core, you know, what is happening. And unless you do something about the core reasons, you know, the things that, for example, make you unwell or sick will, you know, keep on happening again and again and again. And also the functional medicine approach is, again, as I mentioned, you don't just look at the person as a physical entity, but it has the mind and the soul as well. So all these things together, but there I have discovered really some things that I had no knowledge about, like using the character strengths, you know, which makes things a lot happier. And I didn't know there was a test that you can take. And, you know, once you discover the strengths of an individual that you are working with, things go much, much easier for that person, for example. I really didn't know anything about you know, there was something called positive psychology. And such a wonderful thing it is, because up until then, all psychology did, you know, was concentrate on the negative things or the sick part of the person. And here, positive psychology you can use, and you can, you know, like the character sense, which is a part of positive psychology, of course, you concentrate on the positive things of the person. This is really wonderful. I had a great knowledge about nutrition. Here came the functional part, you know, functional nutrition. And I am really now able to use this knowledge to counsel people who are trying to develop functional foods and sports nutrition foods. I am able to apply it there. All these things really, and also exercises medicine. I didn't know there was a group in the world, you know, that gave me a lot of tools that I could use for health. That's all I can remember right now, but it was wonderful.
Well, thank you for sharing that all in detail. So coming back to character strength, all three of you exhibited leadership by initiating the establishment of the Turkish Functional Medicine Coaches Group. So I know each of you will be sharing some, a couple of you will be sharing about the group and the work that you do. Perhaps you can start by giving us a little bit of background, and then also just connect with that, how the training at FMCA is helping you as you do this work.
Okay, let me just mention that we have created a group, all graduates from FMCA in Turkey. Some live out of Turkey, but we are all Turkish people. And we call our group Turkish Functional Medicine Coaches. And just to think that since 2018, where I thought nobody knew anything about functional medicine, and now today, giving you this information about the newly founded Turkish Functional Medicine Coaches really excites me. We have came together, 8 of us, because we are not many at the moment, and founded this group. The group is just a group, not an association, but it will become probably. We have similar values, similar interests, and we have an amazingly good synergy between us, and we do share little bits of work of the whole, group. Everybody does something, and then when you look at it as a whole, everything fits into its own place, and it works really well, completely. So once we have founded the group, we thought, what can we do as a group? First of all, to explain what really functional medicine coaching is, because functional medicine is also growing in Turkey, but we wanted to give some information what we do as functional medicine health coaches. And we came up with a project. And this project, we decided to offer 3 free coaching sessions to underserved people in Turkey. And as 3 of us all together at the same time, we used the social media and announced that we are going to offer 3 free sessions. Within 6 days, to our amazement, we have received 100 applications. Wow. And these 100 applications, with the help of Sezin, maybe she can mention how we collected the data and how we used the questionnaire, and also perhaps İpek can mention the creative side of it, and how we organize afterwards. We have received this 100 applications, and then we grouped them, and we started coaching them actually. And we had great feedbacks from them. From this really motivated us. We have created a website. For example, I am the manager of the website. Some other people like İpek is the manager of the Instagram, etc. And then after we finish all the coaching, we have come up actually with some coaching sessions for them, that we can, as a group, special offers for Turkish people as a group. And this will continue also with new projects. We started a book club. We are reading together a book. With our first book was Ikigai, which is a really great subject, if you know the book. And so we slowly, we are really growing the numbers of our community. The people can join through our website. They can become members. We don't charge any money or anything, but they can just become part of our community and maybe talk to other people about what we do and how they can use these services. This is what we have done so far. Mhm.
But it shows how much it was needed, because you had 100 people saying yes to coaching within
Yeah.
6 days. That shows how much health coaching is needed out there. I'll go on to Sezin now. Thank you so much for sharing that, and maybe Sezin can then continue as well about some of that. Sezin Ardanuch was in the March 2018 class. She graduated in physics engineering and started working in a therapy center on stress reduction and mind-body balance with biofeedback systems. She believes it helps her understand the meaning of quantum possibilities in one's life. After a personal health journey of endometriosis and ovarian cyst removal surgery, she used nutrition and lifestyle modification to completely heal. Sezin, so when you went through your own health journey, you had an insatiable curiosity and need to understand and discover the root cause of your issues, which led you to the functional medicine approach. Now, I understand that you are collaborating with Turkish functional medicine doctors for your clients, and that you previously studied a program that was very much expert-based. So considering you'd already done an expert-based coaching program, what made you decide to choose to study with FMCA?
Thank you so much, Mahnaz, for this great introduction. Yes, first of all, I was working with biofeedback systems for so long, and I was doing hands-on healing sometimes with energy therapies too. And you know, when you work with these kind of systems, you really support the person to heal faster, maybe. And this way, you really try to give something or try to make something flow through you to the patient, to the client, actually. And the thing is now, in some time, after some time, the client starts to expect everything from you. The explanation, more energy, if something goes wrong, the support, everything. But after some time, I found out that it is the client who needs to make the power come from within. He needs to soul. He needs to produce the elixir to heal from within. And as long as I support someone 100%, it doesn't happen on its own. So in my healing journey, I get support from lots of stuff like Qigong too, and healing energy techniques. But when it comes to working with another person, you cannot change their life. They are the ones who are going to do it. And my only power comes from the coach approach. And this one was the most important thing that I found out with FMCA. All the deep information, which uses the empathic and mindful connection with the client, was the major important thing for me. So the patient would find a safe space to go within and search for his own answers, values, and how to put them into action in their own life. So it was the one who he was the one who took the responsibility of his life, and he would own his journey then. So he wouldn't expect me to help or do another session when he doesn't feel very well. And so the journey completed itself. So this was the most important part. The coaching approach was the most important part for one's healing, actually, whatever support I am using. So this was very important.
Yeah.
And I can add one more thing, actually. Yeah, sure. And you know, we got trained for 1 year, 12 months. And in every month, we meet 3 times every week. And that was a very strong journey for myself too, because this journey is a door to transformation for each of us, actually. You connect with everyone around the world and you become a universal person, I think. And this is the power that FMCA gives when you graduate from this program. You know how to connect with everyone because you are the one who is empathic and you are the listener. So the person feels he is connected. And he can get support from you naturally. That was the most important part, actually. I'm so glad I completed it. Yeah.
Oh, Sezin, you gave me goosebumps saying that. It's, you know,
That's how I feel, actually.
It's so true what you're saying. So in what ways does the FMCA training help you work successfully as a functional medicine health coach now?
Especially the mind-body connection part was very important for me, actually, because my healing journey is like centering mostly around the connection of the mind with the body. And we are all women with strong minds, and we know how to create probably, but if we don't connect it to the physical part of our journey, it is like staying like high, but it has to be grounded to the earth. And it happens with our body, it happens with feelings, I think. So this mind-body connection part was so very important with FMCA, actually. And, you know, I was doing Qigong, I was doing EFT, but still every part of this journey fits perfectly with coaching. And it's like, if they know how to connect it with their body and mind, then the flow happens naturally. I think this is the most important thing. Yeah.
Oh, you know, it's like you brought all of those together. It's as if FMCA was able to bring everything that you'd already been learning and brought that together beautifully for you. So I've heard that you also had a very successful project with doctors in Turkey as a group. So would you like to share something about that and the feedback that they gave you as FMCA coaches?
Yeah, we had a chance to you know, functional medicine, as it is stated before, is like a very strongly growing field in Turkey. Lots of doctors are being trained and in integrated perception to the medicine, the functional perception. And when they start working in that field, they find out that it needs to be a whole with stress management. And with, you know, they have to be supported in lots of ways. First of all, that stress reduction and mind-body connection, the mindfulness and awareness of the thoughts and emotions. This part is very important for the doctor to support their patient. This was the first thing that they needed support, actually. And the second part was the client education. You know, when you think about it time-wise for the doctors, everything times and times to the patients. It takes a lot of time, and they can get support from us at that point. And the other thing is, you know, like gut dysbiosis, food intolerance, leaky gut, or sleep hygiene. They are not very well knowledgeable, all the clients, all the patients about this, and doctors need to explain it time and time again. So we are a big supporter for them. And the other thing is, of course, for the, again, patients, our empathic and mindful presence for them when they need support and they know they will be understood, whatever happens. In the end, when we are in the project, when they saw our like wholeness in that field and how we can support the doctors in that field, their feedback was that they were really impressed about what the FMCA coaches can do, about the nutrition plans, about the information side, about stress reduction side, how we connect with the client, the motivational interviewing background that we use during the talks. And this was really, they really saw the difference between the clients that patients that didn't take support from the coaches and the ones that took support. And they really understood the importance of the FMCA coach on the road. So it's a really growing field in Turkey right now.
Well, yeah. Thank you to all of you for actually going out there and doing that and showing the caliber of the education that you received and the fact that you're indispensable to doctors out there. And so thank you so much to all of you for doing that. So I'll move on now to İpek Yonda. İpek was in the March 2019 class. She was convinced that most of her own and both her sons' Both her son's health issues could be resolved through natural remedies and healthy eating. After discovering the root cause of her severe and prolonged migraines and Hashimoto's disease, and shocking her endocrinologist after over 2 decades with her amazing results, she knew she was on the right track. But she also knew that there was so much more to learn for herself and her family. And it's this that led her to Functional Medicine Coaching Academy. Ipek is now proud to be a functional medicine certified health coach, and she's helping others. So Ipek, one of your signature strengths is creativity. So can you describe how you're using this strength of creativity with your coaching and ceramics workshops, and also how it's come in so useful for you with the Turkish Functional Medicine group as well?
Thank you, Magnus, for this great introduction. And yes, creativity is my one of my strengths. And we learned in FMCA that one has to have flow in their lives. So flow requires being in the present with some kind of challenge while doing something that you really love and enjoy. So ceramics is something like that for me. While it's about perfection, there are so many variables, materials involved. It's just like in life. And it's unexpected, and sometimes they break, give unexpected results, and you have to start over, not give up. And there's this acceptance that there's beauty in the broken as well. So when I thought about that, I enjoyed it even more. And when I do ceramics workshops, clients experience the flow as well as the gratitude and acceptance. In every workshop, we take one character strength and work on that, focus on that. So it's amazing how they come up with different stuff about themselves and their lives. And also sometimes when time permits, we do make menus for the week, functional medicine menus. And it organizes their weeks, and it's easier for them to focus on the rest of their the aspects of their lives. So it's really amazing for me. And to get back about your creativity question with the group, when we decided to come together as the Turkish Functional Medicine Certified Health Coaches, in Turkey, we were brainstorming about some kind of logo to go with our group's picture and everything. And I thought that FMCA has taught us that every individual is unique, like a fingerprint. So why not put it into our logo? And when I shared this idea with the group, Emine said we should add some roots to it, like the functional medicine tree. So this is how our logo came to life. And we actually get a lot of compliments about the logo, and it's really fun to work with this group. As Sezin has mentioned, we have, and Emine has mentioned as well, we have a different, we share job, in this process. Emine is responsible; she's the leader of the group, and she manages the website. Sezin is great with forms and documents and all this data collection and everything. So she does all that. Also with the project, she did that. And I'm responsible for the Instagram. So what we did to make it look more professional, we didn't want everyone from the group to post something whenever they wanted. So we decided to make up a calendar for each week. 2 people would post Wednesdays and Saturdays. And so they send, whoever's turn it is, they send the text to me, and I put it into a form and post it on the Instagram. So it looks unique and in a form and everything. So that's how we work with that.
It's amazing how FMCA enabled you to have the same language in order to come together and know these are our strengths and this is how we can work together. And honestly, I would love to attend one of your ceramics workshops. It just sounds amazing to be able to, I mean, that's so cool to do ceramics and have coaching at the same time. It just sounds amazing. I want to ask you another question now, is that you actually come from a non-healthcare related background. You initially started building your career as a textile engineer. So what would you share with someone like yourself who has a dream to become a functional medicine certified health coach and is thinking, oh, but I don't come from a healthcare related field?
Well, first of all, it doesn't make a difference wherever you come from. It's an amazing journey. It was an amazing journey for me and still is. We all know that by now that mind, body, and spirit are interconnected. And I believe that when body and mind are connected, the spirit then can join the both of them. So you have to have a symptom. I mean, most people have some kind of symptom, and there is a root cause. And amazingly, you yourself can actually solve it by yourself or with the help of a health coach. So it's like a sailing ship. I always think about it like this. There's a sailboat and there is a destination, but you have to have the knowledge and to be able to adjust the sails and steer the boat and make your own route to that destination. So why not be the captain of your own ship, sailboat, or your own mind, body, own soul? So this is how I think about FMCA in that matter. And FMCA is that tool, that knowledge, which makes you the captain of your own life. You can help yourself and the others around you or your clients. So this is my idea of FMCA.
Oh, yeah, you expressed that so beautifully, Ipek. So as you're describing that, I'm wondering what you found most valuable in the FMCA program itself on a personal level.
In this century, this age, you can find most of the answers on the internet and any books, but how do you know which one to trust? There's so much information about everything. So FMCA teaches you the difference and how to approach individuals, motivate yourself and others. For me, what's unique, everything is unique. I mean, Emine and Sezin explained it so well. But when I think about it, it's the coaching sessions, actually. There we had the opportunity to watch others do coaching in their own way. And that makes you a better coach. It shows you how you can make a difference and how a different way can be more effective. So it's a never-ending learning process, but it teaches you to listen and be present and ask the right questions. I even use this approach daily with my both teenage boys. So it's amazing how it can make you connect with people. And this group we had in the cohort group, we still keep in touch with each other and have Zoom meetings where everyone shares their stories, obstacles, and accomplishments, and even coach each other sometimes. So it's amazing to have other functional medicine certified health coaches around you.
Yes, I know it's the community. There is just something so special about the community spirit that we have. And I really want to thank all three of you so much. You have so much depth when you describe your love for the program and what you're doing and how you're all working together. And I'm just so pleased that I got to meet you all in person and I hope to see you all again. And I'm going to hand it back to Elyse. Thank you all.
Wow, I just want to say thank you. Thank you, Manas, for facilitating, and thank you all for sharing your passion and your creativity and your perseverance and coming together as a group. It just goes to show that there is so much community, and that's one of the biggest themes that I heard you all say is there's community, and that you've come together to really provide a safe space for others as well, and you're going out and you're serving your communities, which is just absolutely amazing. Gives me goosebumps, and I'm just so proud to hear that you're all out there doing the real work of coaches. So thank you for sharing your experiences, for sharing your background and your journey, what got you here, and now what you're doing with this incredible certification. And so for those of you who are watching, I want to say thank you as well for joining us. And as I might have mentioned earlier, as well as Manas, enrollment for our September 2021 class is open. And we encourage you to reach out if this stirred up some excitement or made you think, I wonder, I'm kind of curious, how can I add coaching to my life? What would that look like? I really encourage you to reach out to admissions. You can email us at any time at admissions@functionalmedicinecoaching.org. You can schedule an appointment and speak with one of our admissions team members by visiting our website. Go to Contact Us, and you can go ahead and schedule an appointment. And I know Manaz, she's on our admissions team. She has time available that hopefully will accommodate the time difference in your morning. And our team is available really anytime to meet, even weekends sometimes. So we want to meet you. We want to hear what your questions are, what your dreams are, what you want to do, and how you want to fold in functional medicine coaching. So we look forward to hearing from you, connecting with you. Know that you have a community out there, and together we truly are making a huge difference and impact in the lives of people around the world. And it's really because of the effective combination of health coaching and functional medicine. So thank you once again. Appreciate you.